Right, in this video we're going to look at how to apply masks in After Effects and also how to animate them. So I'm going to start out by importing some images. I just grabbed 2 images of flowers from the internet. Let me make my composition. We'll call it masks. We'll do our standard size of 1280 by 720. Set my duration about 5 seconds. That should be plenty of time. Any time around this will be fine. And okay to make a new composition. Now you want to make sure that both your images are going to do a good job of filling your stage up, which for some reason my top one doesn't. Oh no, that's just the borders on the edge. And you also want to make sure that they look very different, so that way when you mask it, you'll actually be able to see the difference between the two. Now, actually creating a mask is pretty easy to do in After Effects. It's just knowing where those tools are. So the first thing you need to make sure you do is you need to make sure you have the layer that you want to mask selected. So we want to do our top layer, because otherwise you're not going to be able to see the masking if the other layer is over top of it. So select your top layer. Then to make a mask, you're going to use any one of the shape tools. You can use any of the pre-built shape tools, the rectangle tool, ellipse tool, polygon tool, star tool, or you can use a pen tool, and as long as you close the path out, it'll become a mask. So let me start with a very common mask shape, the ellipse tool. Like in other Adobe programs, if you want to draw a circle while you're drawing your ellipse, you would just hold down the Shift key after you start dragging to create a circle. And there you have your mask. Very easy to apply. Now let's look at how to work with the mask a little bit. So we can see that once you add your mask in, you're going to get your mask down here. But if you select your layer and press M, that'll give you your masks, because you can have multiple masks on the layer, and then it'll also give you your mask path property. And your mask path property is going to work very similar to the way that the path property works in your shape layers. You can enable your keyframes, and then you have the ability to individually move these points, or even move the whole thing. So let's say that I want to just move this one point, turn it into more of a smile, and that'll have my mask kind of turn into a smile. Let's look at something that we didn't look at when we were doing our shape effects, when we were morphing one shape into the other. And that's using what's called the bounding box whenever you're working with shapes and masks. So if you have your mask selected and you want to squash or stretch or rotate your mask, you can do that by double-clicking on any of the points, and that'll give you this bounding box. Then you have the ability to squash or stretch it, and the ability to rotate it. And that'll cause it to animate in the same sort of way. Right. Now let's take a look at a couple of the other mask properties. So if you select your layer and press M twice, MM, that'll give you all of your mask properties, which will include your mask feather, which will allow you to soften the edge of your mask, your mask opacity, which will allow you to lower the opacity of that one specific mask, and your mask expansion, which will let you build pixels out or pull pixels off of the edge of your mask. So go ahead and take a little bit of time, experiment with animating these different effects, and see if you can get a good feel for the way that the masks work.